So, about a month ago, I made a post kind of talking about the idea of, having to move out and building something new. And I promoted it as my homeless era. And someone commented on the fact that I was trying to promote homelessness. And in, looking back at it now, honestly, I was really really fucking stupid. And I kind of want to go more about why and why you need people like that to call your ass out when you say stuff that makes no sense and you shouldn't think or say, and you still do. And when you get called out, it makes all the difference. So, I think this was when I was moving out of my apartment. I was living in a hostel, saying I was going to live in a car. And I promoted the post being like, oh, I'm starting my homeless era. Someone commented, that stuff that I said. And my first reaction was to get defensive. I was like, oh, no, no, no. But like, I'm going to live in a car. Dude, it's okay. Just chilling. And then he commented back and was saying, no, what you're doing is you're just trying to LinkedInify the term to like kind of promote for LinkedIn specifically. Something that a lot of people go through that's really bad, and you're using it as a buzzword for your stupid post. And I was in the middle of trying to a scan at one of the bookstores I usually went to, and it was bothering me so much about these two comments specifically because I'm like, but I said I'm doing this. How did he take it as that? And I'm thinking, what did I say? How was it framed wrong? I took a step back. 0.2 seconds, I was like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm so stupid. I immediately commented back. I was like, no, wait, no, dude, you're right. You're absolutely right for calling me out on this. I should not be trying to promote homelessness. Like that's a fucking given, right? So I immediately changed the post. He also commented back saying like, being surprised that I was like, yeah, no, you're right, dude. And he gave me best of luck, and I was like, I did me from 5, 6 years ago would not have done this. I would have lashed out. I would have called his ass out. I would have been so angry. And I that just shows how much I've grown as a person because people are very uncomfortable with getting called out. Like, especially when it comes to things that they don't really want to. Like, they would just want to hear you're doing great or dude, that's awesome. They just want to hear that. They don't want to hear that's so dumb. I don't know why you're trying to do that. That was really stupid. Something along those lines. And I get why. You don't want to hurt people's feelings. Totally get that. 100%. But also, at some point, you say something so stupid. Yes, I'm calling your ass out. And I think there's been a couple of instances, specifically on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn's chock full of this bullshit. There was one recently um, that posted about, would you fuck your family? I'm like, what? What are you trying to achieve here? Because this is not productive. This is not helping anyone. I understand you want to rage bait. Rage bait gets clicks, etc., attention. But it gets to a point that when your name gets brought up, you're seen as this negative person because you keep saying stupid shit to get clicks, to get views. And I get it. Like, you get a lot of views, you get a lot of clicks. Wow. But when people are calling your, on you bullshit, it's time to wake up. The more egregious one to me was this was months ago, I think, but there was a lot of people using teen pregnancy announcements. And that one really pissed me off because I was almost a teen father as well. Like 18, I was going to have a kid. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I was going to be a father. And they're making that as a LinkedIn hook. And that was super fucked up. And people who called them out, I mean, yeah, I fucking would too. You don't just try and glorify that or say to fuck your parents and try to spin that as something. Just stick to the point. I understand LinkedIn nowadays is a lot more calmer and like chill, but shit like that pisses me off. And pulling it back to the humble. If I posted that shit, I want people to call me the fuck out because I've lost it up here. Like I have people that call me out on my bullshit, and I'm very thankful because if they didn't, my ego would get in the way, thinking I'm bigger than I am. And I think it's important if you are similar to my shoes, where you can feel humble enough to reply to being called out in a calm manner and not actually your thing is wrong. I'm the only right answer in it. Like if you can get past that, you'll go very far in life. People appreciate humility and being humble. So yeah, I mean, if you say stupid shit, don't be surprised when you get called out by people, and reflect if it's a proper call out. Because there are some times where you'll say something and people are just angry. I've had it happen a couple times where when I first started uploading on YouTube here, I would talk about masculinity, and those would always get the most dislikes by, let's face it, not exactly the people who should be commenting against masculinity when they really need it. In that sense, that for me, I'm like, well, they're trying to go against something that they need because they're fucking stupid. So I'm gonna ignore it. But if they had made good points or good counter arguments of the stuff I was saying, then I would pay more attention, because how he explained it, the guy who commented on my stuff, was it was respectful, but it was still like, you shouldn't be saying this stuff, dude. Like, what are you doing? Type of vibe. So, in conclusion, you should get called out every once in a while to kind of check yourself and check your ego. But when you get called out, don't immediately respond with the first thought. Take a second, think about it. Is it constructive criticism on who I am, my posts, etc.? Or is it just anger for just the sake of being anger? If you can differentiate which one it is, then you can give the proper response and reflect on whatever response it is. But if you just post or say shit to get a reaction and you get nothing back in return in terms of an ego check, that's not good. So that's all I got for y'all today. It is 2 in the morning. I should not be recording, but I'm gonna do more anyway. So I'll see you all in the next video.